What's up, Sabercats? Thanks for joining us for our first show of the year.
To start us off, the class of 26 kicked off the year with a senior sunrise.
Gage and I take a deeper look into this tradition.
Senior Sunrise is a tradition that CV has been celebrating since 2014. Students in their last year of high school gather on the field on the first day of school to watch the sunrise. It's also a great opportunity to reflect on what's exciting in the coming year.
Showdown. I think Showdown's always the best part of the year, and it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I know the theme, and there's a lot we can do with it, and I'm just pumped for it. It's going to be fun.
This year's sunrise was August 14th at 6 a.m. It was a great way to start off the year.
CV kicks off the new school year with our welcome assembly.
Gage, Tom, and Cooper show us what went down. Picking the theme for Showdown is a long process.
Annalie and Peyton go behind the scenes to show us the process that goes into choosing this year's Showdown theme.
Every year, Castleview Showdown brings the entire school together, a chance for each class to compete and show their spirit. But before the games begin, there's one big decision to make: the theme.
For Showdown themes, we usually have like 5 or 6 that we take seriously, and then we narrow it down to 2 that we vote on. So at the opening assembly, you could tell what the final 2 were. It was SpongeBob and Star Wars. And we just vote on those, like the 60 Stud Gov kids just vote. And Star Wars, I think, had 58 votes this year. So it was kind of a runaway.
From posters to presentations, students found unique ways to communicate their vision.
We came to the conclusion of the Showdown theme by just putting our ideas together. So different groups of people will pick an idea they want. So Star Wars, or for example SpongeBob, and then we have to make a presentation explaining why we think our theme should be picked. So we give them ideas of what games we could do, design, stuff like that, and then as a class we just vote on which one we think is going to get the student body most excited.
In the end, the force was too strong to resist. Star Wars won the vote, and this year's Showdown is set to take Castleview to a galaxy far, far away.
Some seniors may remember Mr. Erlenbeck from freshman year. He left to pursue amazing opportunities outside of Castleview.
But now he's back. Blake and I sat down with him to speak about his time away.
Just glue it together.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's totally fine. No sweat.
After 3 years, Castleview welcomes back a familiar face. Mr. Erlenbeck taught at Castleview High School for 9 years, but in 2022, Erlenbeck left from Maine and later Boston to take the next step.
So the reason that I left was we started a really amazing biotech program here, which the room that we're in is part of the reason this room exists is because of the biotech program that we started. And that was all really driven from student interest and wanting to explore and be in the lab in a professional lab setting. I did that for a long time and I really loved it. We had a lot of classes around biotech, but I think I got to the point where I was starting my master's degree, and it's in molecular biology, which is basically what biotech is. And I got really interested in seeing whether or not I could actually go do that science at a very high and professional level. So I got an opportunity to go work for the Jackson Laboratory, which is in Bar Harbor. And I did some really interesting work on neurodegenerative diseases. So we used a technology called CRISPR to go gene edit human cells, human stem cells. and then we would use those human stem cells for therapeutic purposes. And then we also, one thing I used to teach about was gene therapies using viruses, and I got to engineer some viruses in order to do gene therapies. So I was really interested in taking that opportunity with their genetic engineering team and just seeing if I could do science at the level that I was teaching it at. And it turns out that I could, and it was an amazing experience. And I really loved it. And after the Jackson Laboratory, I got another really cool opportunity to go down to Boston and work for Harvard. And so I managed a lab there for close to 2 years.
Mr. Erlingbeck says that with his new experience and Castleview's development, he decided to return with what he has learned to help improve the science program.
It's pretty incredible. It's a great opportunity to bring back now like what I've learned over those 3.5 years and to bring them back to students, which I'm really passionate about. I think the other thing is just like the community is really amazing here. So I missed students, I missed the community in general. I got to work with some amazing teachers, some of which are still here. And I wanted to reconnect with that. Now that I have a few more skills and I have a little bit more experience, I wanted to see what I could do with that. And then I think third, the big thing was just like the direction that the building is heading and like the vision that Dr. Templeton and her team and the rest of the teachers have. That all very much appealed to me when I was asked if I would consider coming back. I listened to what they had to say and what the building was like and what they wanted it to look like. And that was all really interesting to me. So I thought I could contribute a lot more this time around, even than what I did the first 9 years. So that's why I decided to come back.
With Mr. Erlingbeck teaching forensic sciences, chemistry, and bringing back the biotech club, Castleview is definitely glad to have Mr. Erlingbeck back. I'm Blake Goodwin, reporting for CVTV.
And that was the last segment for today. Thanks for watching.
If you want to see more, check out our Instagram at CV Student Media or our website, cvstudentmedia.com. I'm Jorgen Berkey.
And I'm Kaylin Yates.
See you next time, Sabercats.